The General of Police, Lemi Kajoba, has revealed that 20 people suspected to have been behind the attack on police officers in Kamwaza village in Katete have been apprehended. Residents in Northwestern Province have called for improved infrastructure development. And in sports, the Fires Super League enters week 15 this coming weekend, with 9 matches expected to take center stage as the race for the APSA Cup slots heats up.
The news, 88.5 Sun FM.
My name is Mwawakunda. President Hakainde Hichilema has attributed the unresponsive system in government to the delays in economic growth. Speaking when he officiated at the first ever Economic Growth Forum themed Delivering Economic Growth for Zambia, President Hichilema said all public workers should follow the narrative of government if they are to contribute to economic development. He informed the forum that government's policies are directed at actualizing broader economic reconstruction agenda, among them to fight corruption, to protect the integrity of public resources, and to reform public procurement to optimize value for money and to invest in local development through the Constituency Development Fund CDF program. And the president has asked the secretary to the cabinet to ensure that public officers do not sit on the potential growth of the economy. He said that the need to unlock domestic rigidness cannot be overemphasized, hence the need for the public sector to be at the forefront of moving projects.
We are working to leverage investment in skill development. We have identified that countries that have done well, professors may correct, but we also know countries that are doing well, that have done well, made huge investments in skill development, in education, to use skills to leverage on other sectors' ability for protection. Without skills, professors in the science group were indicating to me how one country, out of war, put a lot of effort on skill development, and now they're reaping the benefits of skill development. In the public sector, efficiency is the product, but also the private sector has been able to draw on that skills pool.
Further, Mr. Hichilema noted the importance of economic growth that is taking place at the center of the country. He said that for Zambia to achieve great economic growth, there was a need for the people to work extremely hard, as the last few years the country had been reluctant to working hard. The head of state emphasized the need for the private sector and government to work together in accelerating economic development.
What we're working to do as a government, to have a clear sense of purpose, who we want to work with, who are they, what do they bring to the table. And we should do that in every aspect of our work as ministries, obviously cabinet ministries, central bank, everyone else. In our space, we should be purposeful, we should be deliberate. Even the colleagues that run this public service commission, civil service commission, I see a couple of that civil service commission, police service commission, teaching service commission. We must be deliberate. So this forum, it has already been indicated. Mining, agriculture, good governance are, of course, the key focal areas in our economic transformation today.
Meanwhile, Finance and National Planning Minister Dr. Stumbeko Musokotwane said that Zambia has a huge responsibility of ensuring that it addresses all the challenges faced by citizens. He said that creating a sustainable livelihood for people has been one of the biggest challenges faced by the country due to the huge backlog of unemployed people. An International Growth Center, who were the co-host through its executive director, Professor Jonathan Leap, observed that Zambia has unprecedented opportunities for growth in mining, agriculture, and energy. Inspector General of Police Lemi Kajoba has revealed that 20 people suspected to be behind the attack on police officers in Kamwanza village in Katete have been apprehended. The suspects, all male persons aged between 18 and 53, are also believed to have gutted a police motor vehicle and participated in the demolition of 16 houses. They were rounded up today, 24th November 2020, around 02 hours in Joweni, Chinzu, and Kamwanza villages, and are currently detained in police custody while investigations have intensified. Inspector General Kajoba said that as a remedial measure, police will enhance civic education aimed at enlightening members of the public on the need for coexistence with the police and other government institutions. He explained that the service will embark on sensitization campaign in Katete at an opportune time, engage chieftainers Kawaza's area using officers from the Community Services Department, CSD, and the police drama group so that residents in those communities can appreciate the role of the police. The Police Inspector General also cautioned individuals to avoid politicizing the incident by making unwarranted statements which are not related to what occurred in Katete. He seized the opportunity to thank the general citizenry for supporting and acknowledging how officers applied themselves to avert what could have been a bloody incident. Mr. Kajoba applauded the professional conduct exhibited by officers who applied themselves by exercising maximum restraint amidst serious provocation by the unruly villagers. And to recognize their professionalism and sacrifices, the police command is considering promoting the officers involved. He has since disclosed that the security situation in Chieftainers Chiwaza, Kawaza, and other surrounding areas is calm, and members of the public are going about their routine without any disturbances. Of the 9 officers who were admitted to the hospital, only 1 is still admitted and is in stable condition, while the rest are recuperating from their homes. Residents in Northwestern Province have called for improved infrastructure development. Community advocate Sinclair Kapijimpanga said road infrastructure has for a long time been neglected, hence the need to rehabilitate most critical roads. Meanwhile, Mwinilunga Member of Parliament Network Samakai says government will prioritize road infrastructure development. We have more in this report.
Mwinilunga Road in Northwestern Province has remained in its deplorable state, meaning traversing from Mutanda Junction to Jimbe border post is proving to be too time-consuming and even dangerous given the current rainy season, coupled with damages being done by loggers whose heavy trucks destroy the pathways. The bad state of the road is having an impact on the vehicles, wear and tear increasing the running costs. Every day, thousands of the roads ply on the long stretch of Mwinilunga Road. Residents question why government has taken time to rehabilitate some of the economic roads.
What we expect in the province is to open it up. Okay? By opening the province, I mean build the road infrastructure. Look at Solwezi town itself. We've got poor road infrastructure. Meanwhile, we've got busy people who are working in the mines. We've got people that have to take their children to school. We've got people that have to do shopping. We've got people that are supposed to do all the things that a human being does. But our roads are very bad. Very bad. Okay? So what we need to see in this province is development of basic infrastructure.
Mwinilunga Member of Parliament Newton Samakai assures the residents that plans are underway for further road rehabilitation works in the area.
Mwinilunga Road is extremely very bad. The people are failing to do business in Mwinilunga the buses are almost stopping, going to Mwinilunga because of the state of the road. To Mwinilunga, I am very confident. I'm very confident that the New Dawn government will be able to do this road.
Some of the roads in northwestern province are riddled with potholes and craters, which when filled with water during the rainy season makes it a nightmare for riders, inviting accidents. Reporting for Sun FM Radio and TV, I'm Cletus Mtoki in Mwinilunga, northwestern province.
The Livingstone City Council has disclosed that it has begun work on drainages in selected parts of some township at a cost of over 1 million kwacha under the Community Development Fund, CDF. Speaking to SUNFMTV, Livingstone City Council Public Relations Manager Melvin Mukela explained that members of the community had applied for the drainages to be worked on under CDF. Thus, the council was engaged to work on the drainages and upgrade some of them. Mr. Mukela said currently the council was working on drainages in townships like Dambwa, Libuyu and Linda, where the challenge of drainage blockage was very high. He has since urged members of the communities in Livingstone to avoid building houses in areas prone to flooding.
Ward project, which is in the second phase. So what had remained was about 70 meters. So that project has begun, as you saw. It involves about 174,000 kwacha to do that particular stretch. Then we have another one, which is the Kariba drainage, a big drainage. That drainage is very, very important to the people of Kariba, because most of the houses there, when it rains, they do flood, and the area is mud. So then with the reconstruction of that drainage, the houses won't be submerged in water. At least they'll be able to move freely. So that stretch is about 550 meters that we are working on, costing around 608,000 kwacha.
Police have added more charges facing former State House Special Assistant for Politics, Kaiser Zulu. Danny Mwale, Deputy Police Public Relations Officer, said Mr. Zulu has also been arrested and charged with the subject offense of conversion not amounting to theft, contrary to Section 291, Chapter 87 of the Penal Code. This involves a motor vehicle Toyota Land Cruiser VX registration number GRZ 759CL valued at 955,000 kwacha, a government vehicle which was assigned to him while serving at State House. The vehicle was later concealed after he left office. It was only recovered by police on March 25th, 2022, despite government giving an amnesty to all individuals holding on to government motor vehicles. And before we get into our last story, we take a break.
A new dawn is upon us, with great opportunities and a new hope for our future. Have you considered advertising your business on SUNFMTV with our surprisingly affordable rates? When you advertise on SUNFMTV, you'll also get free equivalent radio advertising spots or shoutouts on SUNFM Radio. For more details, call us on +260 961 205 967 or +260 212 615 341. Email marketing@sunfmzambia.net. It's a new dawn of new affordable advertising packages on Zambia's first and finest visual radio, reaching over 5 million people across the whole country. If you're not advertising on SUNFMTV, then you're probably not being heard or seen. Come on board and advertise with us. Everyone's not only listening, everyone is watching.
News on SUNFM Radio and TV, we take a look at sports news. The FAZ Super League week enters week 15 this coming weekend with 9 matches expected to take center stage as the race for the ABSA Cup slots heats up. League leaders Power Dynamos are still basking in their 1-0 win over rivals in Kana last weekend and will be hoping to cement their place by maintaining their winning momentum when they face wounded Forest Rangers at Arthur Davis Stadium in Kitwe. Forest Rangers Football Club suffered their second defeat of the season after they were humbled to a 2-0 score line by visiting Green Eagles. Bottom-placed Buildcorn are still winless and desperate for points when they host Zanaco in what is expected to be a tightly contested encounter slated for the Trade Fair grounds in Ndola. The Bankers failed to withdraw 3 points from Kabwe Warriors in the last fixture and are hoping that Team Kopala will be as generous as they have been in this season and donate the much-needed points. Chambeshi seem to have found their winning rhythm since Louiton Mujembe returned to the club and have managed to swim out of relegation zone after they humbled Zesco United to 2-0 last week. This week they face a stern test against Kansanshi Dynamos, who are aiming to qualify for the ABSA Cup. In other fixtures, FC Muza play Nkwazi when Green Buffaloes visit Kabwe Warriors at the same time that Green Eagles will welcome Prison Leopards. Napsa Stars meets Nkana when Lumwana Radiants date Zesco and Zesco United, who will aim to wash off their 3-match losing streak against Nchanga Rangers. And on that sporting fixture, we end the afternoon news. Coming up is Views on the News. My name is Mwaba. Keep on watching and keep on listening.
The news, 88.5 Sun FM.
Good afternoon and welcome to Views on the News. We can get interactive on 0212-617140 and you can call in. We'll go through the headlines that we had at 16 hours just in case you might have missed out, and you can pick on any of the headlines that we had and you can come through with your views on the news. 0212-617140 and we are good to go. Our text line is 0971 555 885 and you can come through with your views on the news. Let me just go through the headlines that we had at 16 hours and you can comment on any of the headlines. President Hakainde Hichilema has attributed the unresponsive system in government to the delays in economic growth. Inspector General of Police Lemi Kajoba has revealed that 20 people suspected to be behind the attack on police officers in Kamwanza village in Katete have been apprehended. Residents in Northwestern Province have called for improved infrastructure development. In sports, the FAS Super League week enters week 15 this coming weekend with 9 matches expected to take center stage as the race for the ABSA Cup slots heats up. So any of those headlines you can pick and come through with your views on the news. 0212-617140. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Your name and where you're calling from?
Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, afternoon, sir.
Afternoon to you. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling you from Chingora, Mr. Superstar Don Biz.
All right, Mr.
I think I support Mr. President Chaka in the Chidema. Pengozi, Navalanda, if they moneka, Ero Navalanda, if you were mona. So, a president, you know, Mutimamukwete, to adi the Nishi, Jota to the fire, putting on an issue Mushi, Gavantu Kuchura. Because you never did drive anymore about president. So, I'm issues on Sinamu Yamona. No more the problem on Sinamu Mona. So, then I'm still supporting Okumirombera for Parokuri over there. So, what issue Kushenish to adi the Papa, near to the Bomba, to the Endanare, some Bomba when a boss one.
All right, thank you so much. So 0212-617140, and you can come through with your views on the news at 16 hours. So President Hakainde Hichilema has attributed the unresponsive system in government to the delays in
You are talking to Voice of Rapport, Mr. Oscar Mundor.
Oscar, go ahead with your views on the news.
Thank you very much, sir. Nafaya kulanda kwachiranda vakateka twatotera pantu vari tinkurapo efintufirenderera then nokutuchita shuwa sevakwatechetekerera mukurorera yesu twarishovoke vati yesu akawera so tufire tureipeka nyavina parisire varechita tatukwatesu vati kuntanshifintufire kuva ishofire kuva kulingana naresa ngavapo then kuisaisa kuri ava vaumine vakapokora intukushanda nokuvapwanya pwanya evira turanda chiramoneka atimpwata chikoro kushikuwashiria yena tuishwara vera kuti vapangaira vantu vakapokora lero kurosha muri ya situation vavominemo then okona ore state yakuteko mamona nomba mwarashira ndipwa shenu shire chula pamulandiri ndi wabantu bamwe abamyebere kwabachiteni sona ngutu wafuro ere kwata kwapa kuperero kuchira nomba limbi bakaba mufungo nefyashara because ukuma sekapokora ali muri combat yali kaba bakalamba fwe baywe story ya Uranda bushara so bonse tusambireko then abantu balekabira ba police na ma police station yero imumuri amukutafira na ma vehicle yara mulewocha tatishkwera mara konkana nefunde kana feri mbiresa myafu ya otherwise ninkani oipisisa wombeni wino bakalamba tuli bonse satupalire pamwe.
All right, thank you so much Oscar for coming through. 0212-617140 and you are through to views on the news. Yes, Mambwe, go ahead with your views.
Yeah, Inspector General of Police of Aranda. Chawa mukumvuga bati abali 20 wabeka. Mukuranda wa previous scorer. Behavior namuko bati tasawe emyawo. Etimuyo mukoma mubuteko muri uri omusango. Wanamufura kuko ayo ama procedure yo kukonka. Kuchira moyo katawa kapokora muwauma. Then twamfokwe bati semu walabere ba police wa mnaskwara bako bachita promote. It's a welcome move. But what is it no kuchitekera so that bakachiteko benefit bantu bazitasa they acted professional bantu ngatebanga kwari umuropo wasumine nomba wali act professional so promotion nabaringo kubashita promote na twetera bombere bwini.
All right, choose one point. All right, 0212-617140 and you are through to press to views on the news right here. All right.
Yes, Samuel, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you, sir. Your name and where you're calling from?
I'm calling you Vindora, Victor.
Victor, go ahead with your press, with your...
Yeah, you share Wakapokora. Na Navarondra, Inspector General of Police, Mr. Limika Jovati. Having now wasenda. So, problem is some good sticker at Wati. Ngatuech station to Kubuntunse. Tumona Kwati, Fife Wino, but Tibare Vera more affected, Vengi. So, the arrow to make a matter with see, rural areas. This is the farming season. Waku Kata, Wayamuko Bombero Buteko. Instead, we mine, Wayamukurimino Buteko. So I think if you watch the send the phone the minwe. Anyway, Bible randa to report you so. But it's on Boravena. So coming to the issue of Fazi MTN Super League. I can wish all the teams all the best, but on the best team carry the day at the end. I thank you, Mr. Mava.
All right, thank you so much, Victor, for coming through. Inspector General of Police Lemika Joba has revealed that 20 people suspected to have been behind the attack on police officers in Kamwaza village in Katete have been apprehended. Now these are suspects. Residents in Northwestern Province have called for improved infrastructure development. 0212-617140 and the FAZ Super League enters week 15.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Mwambashan. Yeah, that is Honorable Mr. Bagyo of Tarakaimo.
Go ahead with
that's Progoswap. Before Granda Coparabene Vameva Police, Teva Police Vameva President by Church. So to Trenda Gotakano Totero Kuvat, Samapova Vekata. You know, I cut them with policing enough for a uniform. It up uniform for the uniform we are Kuvat, and the president by a Farapa movie. So one thing about Mauria. Mr. Umine na wamo buteko buleteka. Mamonaka wamo president. So fine bare katabare mikajuba. Batimbe sana okuba kando kuchiraniso ba umine ba police bamono ko bachubuteko tewa kwangalirako. Ngata kwa tumwalikuwa tama issues na ba police mule kwa tukwa kumanina nishu bari musivo era muambe fyongo noto kwa mboku abo bakapuka bari mu uniform just a mistake, bad mistake. So fine baba kandi ero futi pari fine vonze bara vonze warira para bama pari t-shirt no bare mbere pa timu katete shani kwa bene. So it's like lokatete kuri kwa bafika group fekamo aga kubatikara attack abantu nanguteri ashiri aburoshi and then ba police na bena issue yaburoshi bera ingiramu issue yaburoshi abastando ninganga na bashima people eba stando for the field. Thank you.
Okay. 0212-617140 and you are through to views on the news at 16 hours. The FAZ Super League week enters week 15 this coming weekend with 9 matches expected to take center stage as the race for the ABSA Cup slot hits up. 0212-617140. Hello, good afternoon.
Mr. Mava, good afternoon.
Afternoon to you.
Yes, this is DM Ndola.
Yes, DM, go ahead with your views.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity to finish my line of thought. I couldn't do so earlier on.
Oh, yes, because of time, yes.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's good that the police have arrested those culprits who were involved in that fracas, damaging a government vehicle, among other properties, you know. That kind of behavior must never be tolerated in our country, because at the end of the day, if you allow that, you'll be setting a tone for anarchy. So we can only hope that justice should be meted out to them according to the law. You cannot beat them up, they say, like the previous caller was saying. There is a justice system and there is a law for every offense. So that is what will apply, so that a strong message is sent to any would-be offenders anywhere within the borders of our country. But also to the police on the other side. I think issues involving public interest must be handled with a lot of care. They must be investigated conclusively, regardless of who is involved, whether a chief or a headman is protecting some suspects or is alleged or being seen to be protecting people. I think the police must just work professionally and not be seen to be, on the side of anyone else. Because at the end of the day, if people perceive you, to treat other people as kid gloves, as if they're above the law, simply because they may be a chief or a chief's retainer, then at the end of the day, people may decide to lose confidence. However, no one should take the law into their own hands under whatever circumstances. I thank you, Mr. Mother, and good afternoon.
All right. Thank you so much, DM. And that is where we end views on news. This is SUNFM Radio and TV. Keep on listening, keep on watching. Thank you for keeping me company. My name is Mwaba. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's 16:30, and of course, we're almost ending the day, but have a good day.